sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so tame. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah. Lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah.
We need sound. That's what we need. Savannah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Ketch-Up session on a Wednesday. Klink Saterdag aand. Ons gaan die naweek bietjie so saties op die kole gooi. Yes, we're gonna have braai this weekend for sure. And 2.5 weeks left, né? 2.5 weeks left. And the holidays actually commence. So yeah, Saul van die kerk as per usual. Not always, but as per usual. First in the house. Hello all, welcome back to an awesome Ketch-Up show. Golden trophy, I tell you. Nico Libbe, all 7 of you oaks inside chat. Let's quickly see, I think it's 7 people. Look at that. Yeah, no, we're 7 strong. 7 strong this evening. So yeah, hopefully it picks up to 10. That would be good stuff. Then Nico Libbe is inside the house. Chantal Marie, good evening everyone. Whoop, het gaan goed. Vos Reineke is inside. Mr. Spanner. Vos, don't you have a music quiz which you're hosting somewhere? I'm sure you've got a music quiz. Yeah, just quickly tell me if everything's lekker hunky-dory over here. If the video is good and sound is good, for okay, then alles is lekker op 5 plekke. Nico Libbe, nothing interesting he says over there, Pierre. The people just greet. They just greet one another because they're friendly, man. Friendly. So Chantal Maria, I'm going to show you a photo which she sent me. She has become a pioneer regarding a certain discipline in the vaping hobby. So yeah, I'm going to show you that as well. So Chantal, you must also hopefully let us know how it actually turned out. That would be cool. Pierre de Kok, lekker Pierre. Nou dat ek Pierre se naam ook sien, whenever I see Pierre, I also think of Dion. You should have seen that Dion smile when he came to pick up his Eclipse deal with the Centaurus kit, which he got for an Apple. He got it for an Apple, very, very cheap. So yeah, no, he's obviously sweet, happy, extremely happy. So Pierre de Kok, lekker, nice to have you here, Choma. Fee's here, all the way from the West Coast. Fee's some strange weather over here, Fee. Starting to pick up, and there's a bit of mistiness and overcastness and a bit of a wind picking up. It's actually strange. I haven't checked outside there to see if it actually cleared, but yeah. Alles gaan okay. Hey Chantel, these ouks praat net met mekaar. No one is saying hello Keizer, the bastards. Hey, die koers is geskuif na die 5de December, so nou kan jy kom. Ja, 5de December, ons sluit, I think we close this 5th or the 6th. I'm not even sure when it is, yeah. But anywho, be that as it may, what I am vaping on tonight is still my gift. Ooh. Ja, nee, hy ook so a bit groen, because you don't have Kevin Long as a member. Hey, Kevin, such awesomeness. So yeah, so the Thelema Solo DNA 21700 with the intake from Mike Vapes on top of it, intake MTL, that's that banana. And then I've still got my Mr. Purge, because I almost finished with a jelly lemon. Almost, that's what I'm running through there. That's what I'm running through the Purge, with the Purge X RDA on top of that, color coded. And then I've still got my SX Mini, which I'm running my X-Promiser 1.4 on top of that. Still a happy chappy with this monkey nut, since Nico gave me the tips of exactly how to deal with that pin situation. And yeah, let me just quickly get over there. There you go. And then last but not least, Boom Shakala, my daily. As I said, when I sit here and I game, it's MTL time. When I'm out and about, I watch television and relax before I go and do watch a documentary or whatever not. See what's going on in the life of PewDiePie in Japan, or maybe Penguin Zero. See what he's got on his mind. So yeah, then I enjoy this. And then probably about 6:30 or just after 6, Mr. Sean, one of my members, one of my Captonian members and chummies as well, he came by here to come and get some blimey, of course. And yeah, and he said he was considering getting himself the Arbiter 2, because I keep on raving on about the Arbiter 2. And I said, but test it for yourself. So he succumbed to the suggestion and hid the device closer to his lips, and when he hit the fire button, the euphoria could be seen on his eyes. It expelled the rainbows, expelled from his eyes. He didn't think that this Arbiter 2 has got such great flavor. And then I told him something which I'm going to tell you oaks now. If you get the Arbiter, I have noticed that the stainless steel Arbiter has got better flavor than those that have actually been painted or anodized. So yeah, and it's weird. It's as if that little extra layer, how thin it might ever be, just makes a difference. It's weird. So I prefer the flavor from my Arbiter 2 stainless steel version than from the others. So yeah, make now almost the Hawkies inside the house. Look who decided to join us. Now he's been traveling the world, he's been continent hopping, and now all his money is opalala, and now he has to go back to go and work again, And now I'm good enough again. Now he comes and joins in. Just kidding, Mr. Hawkie. Well, welcome. It's always lekker to see you inside the house. So yes, JP Maton, lekker, goeienaand over here. Ek het nou even naal wat krom is. Is daar dalk iemand wat VapeCon 22 gaan? I'm sure there will be people in chat. There's quite a few. I think IKS will probably be there. Peter Kok will probably be there. Maybe Chantal Marais, if there's power. And she gets off not fixing any of the units which have gone down, then she will probably also be there. Yeah, there's quite a few that are in that specific area. So AKS, good evening, nice to have you also. Well, yeah, this lekker hier so met Choma. I'm not sure if it's you that was interested in that e-pipe. Charles, I understand what you said. That e-pipe, there was something, I also couldn't get it to go again. So I gave it to Niku, the whole thing just like so to Niku, and said, because he's Mr. Magic Fingers, I'm somewhat going to call him Martino. Niku Martino, kill you here, kill you daar, libbe. That's him, because if he must touches something with his magical fingers, then it somewhat starts working again. So hopefully he sorts that thing out. And yeah, but then I'll let you know. I'm not sure if it's AKS who was actually interested in that thing. So yeah. Any tips on where to buy drip tips? Yeah, that is geez, like it, you know, the place in Cape Town where I found the best vendor to actually go and buy drip tips, and I actually bought 5 drip tips from them at the vape meet, and the price is also decent. I think it was 100 or 120 rand a drip tip, but they're beautiful drip tips. I mean, they're drip tips like this, very nice looking drip tips, all different colors. I can actually show you one which I purchased from them, which is here. No, this one. Or did I put it? I put all 5 on my mods, all 5. But I mean, they like these numbers, man. Beautiful drip tips. Is absolutely not a problem with them. And Nico will more likely be able to tell you the name of the. I keep on forgetting, but it's in Goodwood. It's D&K Vaping. Nico, there we were, man. There, the opening. There, that place next to Easy's Burgers. What's that place name? D&G. I think it's D&G Vaping. They've got the nicest variety of drip tips I've ever seen at a vendor. So hopefully they've still got this nice variety, and I mean, it's fairly close to you. How's it, everyone in chat? Mr. Henry Landsberg. AKS says, kan nie weg in die Kaap. Okay, so AKS is definitely. Charles says he's got 2 tickets. Wat ek vir iemand wil gee is vir Saterdag en Sondag. Well, there you go. Mr. Charles has got 2 tickets which he won't be using, and he is offering out of the kindness of his Bloemfontein Millie Meerhoop heart to donate it to somebody else. So if you know of anybody that's really wants to go to VapeCon but cannot for the fact that they can't find tickets, you hit up Mr. Shaw, definitely. Busy working on it, says Niku. No, Niku, take your time. I'm not hasty. I've got another e-pipe over here which I'll start up. 4 says D&G. Yeah, it's D&G. D&G something. Probably just D&G. And then the juice I'm obviously vaping tonight in my mouth is a Boer Cola. And I've noticed that Boer Cola is very nice if you've got a lot of ice, because it's a fairly sweet Coca-Cola version. But if you've got a lot of ice and you let it lie for a bit and that water gets into that, because it's got more than enough bubbles. There's no problem with the bubbles. I gaan nie flat raak nie. 4 says, Fee, just come to my house first. I got a permit to... yeah, Feeds. That Goodwood. It's a difficult area. You will definitely need a chauffeur. One of the people that know how. And if the person had some jail time, like Force, it would actually help you out a lot. Because Force knows the language. He knows the walk as well. That half a limp walk. There where the pants hang here just below the arse. That kind of walk. And he's got a couple of 2.6 and 2.8 tats hidden underneath his. He'll take you safely. He'll navigate you safely through Goodwood. But it's a dangerous place. Not at night. You're just going to see these lights between the bushes. And you're not going to think it's human eyes. But it is. It's weird. It reflects like a cat's red at night. Crazy stuff, that Goodwood. Crazy stuff. Okay, let me just quickly. There's 3 slides I want to show you. 3 slides. So let's quickly go on the slides. The first slide which I'm going to show you is a slide which Chantal sent me. Chantal inside chat sent me. And that, if you're wondering, but what's that? That's her first time mixing. She got herself a nice little mixer. I also had one of those little mixers. Those mixers, but you can see you can't mix too much juice in it, that though. It doesn't have the strength of the magnet rotating at the bottom to actually get a lot more juice than that inside the beaker. But that's fine for a bottle. It's going to work hunky-dory. But that's the first juice. So Chantal, you can actually tell us what is your flavor profile, or is it a mystery? You don't want to share it with us because you snoop. Yeah, let us know. What is it that you're mixing up? It's a fruit. It looks like a fruit. If it's so nice and clear, it's normally not a dessert. Most probably a fruit. Or a mint or some other icy num-numness. Hier kom Jaco Veldhuis ook hier in die huis. How's the Black Friday vape discounts in South Africa? Foxtoy in the UK have a 25% off deal. Yeah, we've got some fairly decent deals in South Africa, but it's not often you get a 25%. Mostly it's 15% off things. Then you get people like Black Vapor that actually has a certain amount of VG or PG for a ridiculous low price, but you're only allowed one of the 2 liter or liter bottles or 5 liter, I don't even know, I can't remember, per customer. But I mean, that is a bonus. If you're into do it yourself and you in any case order from them, then yeah, that is absolutely great. James Vapes put a VTC 5A in the mixer, adds power. They put the Moller cell and they put both of them inside the mixer, and you're going to push up the revolutions from 3,000 to 25,000. More than what a standard Lamborghini is going to put out. Okay, the next one I want to show you. So that is a nice experience. Feep, do not give up on it, because I find most people that start mixing, they just find the amount of flavorings overwhelming, and then maybe their first 2, 4, 5, 6 tries aren't that lekker, and then they decide no, they're just going to give it up, and that's that. Okay, check out the next slide. Check out that. I failed as a parent. Look at that. That is my son. That's my son lying there. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Why did I fail? Because I never shared the finer tips to survive an arm wrestling match. Yeah, you heard me correctly. An arm wrestling match. These oaks come back from Transkei, previous Transkei, probably east part of Eastern Cape now, where they basically did their practical at the clinics and the hospitals and things like that. So they had a nice 2-month holiday, more than 2 months before they actually have to start again. So this punky comes back, very happy to see us, big hugs all around. He's happy he can play his games again on his Asus ROG machine beast. But they decide they're going to go out to Stellenbosch. En obviously, vat ons 'n bietjie beklei water. and it's time to wrestle. So that oak broke. He's got what they call a spiral fracture of the distal portion of his humerus at the base. Now, if you go and check that up, now I follow a lot of arm wrestling. I enjoy arm wrestling. I especially watch Devin Larratt, that left arm beast. Well, he can both arms, but I think he prefers his left arm, from Canada. And also, what's the other one? Bajan. What's the Bajan guy's name? But in any case, and the new guy, Schoolboy. I put it this way, I enjoy watching it. Since Over the Top came out back in the day. So yeah, and what they don't do, if you're a knob, and I'm telling you now so you can pass on the information, I'm not a wrestling coach, arm wrestling coach, I'm not that, but I'm telling you now, your chances of not breaking a bone improves when your body goes with the arm, ne? So even if somebody pulls you like that, don't keep your body upright, fall with it, ne? Go with it. So yeah, and unfortunately they didn't do it, and that's when your humerus or your bones are in a different type of tension which it's not used to. Those tendons pulling from the muscles on that, and there it snaps. So yeah, so please let the kids, and that's why I enjoy teaching so much. That's why I'm teaching life science so much, because you can actually inform the kids. It's like being bicycle fit. I mean, that's what you do. You do mountain biking, or you do your long distance biking, whatever, but you're biking fit. It doesn't mean you can go and run a comrades. That's a different type of sport. So yeah, you have conditioned your body for that specific activity. So there's different muscles which are at play. Over there, different tempos of breathing, depth of breathing, etc., etc. So yeah, you can condition yourself to obviously do different things. Look at those oaks who do kickboxing. If you look at those Muay, those guys from the East, they take it seriously. Those guys that kick palm trees for a life. Those oaks, they start off small, but then they start kicking, because every time that impact creates hairline fractures in the bone. And when the hairline fractures actually repair, it's stronger, more dense. Ja, so jy kan nie sommer net ewe skielik 'n palmboom gaan skop, jy gaan jou been breek. Don't be like that. Let's quickly see what's going on in chat. So that's look at him nicely do listening to a bit of Rihanna over there. Chantel Feig, you can get their drip tips at Bearded Vikings. Yeah, but Bearded Vikings is expensive, man, with the drip tips. But they also got very nice drip tips. This place is just closer for fee, and they've also got a beautiful variety. You can even just phone them and tell the oak just to put it on video call to show you over the counter what they actually have over there. And I'm not talking about 10 drip tips. I'm not talking 20 drip tips. There's a wide array of drip tips, 50 plus drip tips. So that's actually nice. And they're all displayed in their little, separate little container. They are. So yes, so Jaco Veldhuis is lekker om jou hier te hê, chomma. There you go. Force is 500 milliliters for R5. But only one per customer. That's that. Okay, evening anyone. Hey Jaco Veldhuis, how's my friend? I miss you, you miss your lekker juices. It better not be blimey in there. You can get drip tips. Okay, you got that. Good, thanks. Chantal Maria, I forgot about BV. Hello Amal, Lord Hockey. You can always ask Nico, but I'm not sure if Nico's really got the time to make drip tips. Lord Hockey, the lekker juice menu is growing. Just pick one flavor profile. Is it you making the juice? Yeah, no, it's Chantel. It's passion fruit, pineapple, and mango with ice. Well, there you go. We're in South Africa again. Nou praat hulle weer lekker vanaand. He's Mr. Sean Meyer ook. He's Mr. Sean Meyer in the house. Sean. Sean, but you remember, why is your name not green? I'm sure you remember, man. You're supposed to be green, your name. In any case, I'll check out later though. Passion fruit, that's what we've got. If you want some flavors, you can come and collect. I have a lot and I will give it away for free. Yeah, of course, I'm also at the point where I've also got a lot which I can give away for free. Let's quickly go on to the next slide. Check out that you probably know about. The little Thelema Mini, which they're also going to bring out, which is going to be a little 45 watt device with, I think it's a 1800, 1700 around, but more than 1500 internal battery on the inside. But yeah, that is something which might interest some of you. But the reason I actually put on that photo is so that I don't forget to talk about the following, and hence the reason for the title. Will you get excited, or who's going to get excited, or whatever? You know the Centaurus M200, which was released currently, okay? That thing which almost looks like the hot SIG with that big protruding, can I say, button on the side, but which you turn over there. You know, man, just go look it up. The Centaur, I think it's Centaurus M200, which they brought out. And then I saw a post on Facebook, but I couldn't find the photo again, and I was an idiot to not save the photo at that specific time. They are taking that exact same Centaurus M200. Obviously, it won't be called the M200 anymore. It's M200 because the dual batteries, it can reach 200 watts. But they're actually removing one of the batteries, and they are putting in a borrow tank. And then it also comes out with its own bridge. So yes. So there you've got something which is compatible with all billet box type borrows. And you can play around with bridges. So there you've got a different option as well, which is going to be very affordable, as we know. Lost Vape, if it's a non-DNA, they're considering bringing it out in either the Quest chip, or they're going to decide on the DNA 60, or they're going to decide on the DNA 100 chip in that little Ochi. So if that's the reason, we put it that way, so it might be a 21700 if they're considering a DNA 100 chip. I hope so. But I mean, for MTL purposes, with that kind of situation, I doubt people use those devices for anything more than 45, 50 watts maybe. So I think a DNA 60 would be smackaroocies, but it's going to be the exact same design. So hopefully I can get a picture during the course of this week to actually show you oaks that, and that would be good. That would be very, very good. Okay, so any case, let's quickly see what is happening inside chat. Oh, Mr. Ronaldo is here. Hello, Ronaldo. Wesley Hawkey from Durban, UFC. Yes, what am I, Pera? When in South Africa again, we've got that. I've got too many flavors as it is, but thanks, Force. Yeah, you pick up flavors very quickly, very quickly. Ronaldo, lekker om jou te hê, Choma. Very nice. Nice for you to be here. I'm a bit swamped at this moment, but in 3 weeks' time I'll have a bit more time. But then we'll probably go up to Namibia again. Can someone please swear I want to make use of my spanner privilege and block you? Someone net, laat my hier, Louis. No, Ronaldo, it doesn't matter. Whenever. You're always welcome, always welcome. And then Sean, by the way, except for being a Blimey fan, he decided to go and treat himself with some of the Vapor Mountain tobaccos. And I think he said he got himself the Jack and the King, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, these numbers over here. This. So as I said, if you're into tobaccos, these are also great tobaccos. So you have got the Pied Pipers, which Ronaldo, by the way, which is in the side chat, has got on his website. And he told me that there's not going to be a problem with the caramel tobacco. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness. So I will hopefully, when it gets a bit rustig, tomorrow at school, because I'm done with my marking from which I already got in, put it that way. I'm getting in next Wednesday, next Friday. And yeah, that's going to be hectic. I'm getting 150 mark question papers in on Friday. It has to be completed by Sunday, 12 o'clock. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to mark it for sure and get that done and dusted. But after that is done, it's 2-3 days of long hours at school, getting all the admin sorted in place, and then Holly's time, lekker in the sun, lekker. Where do you get those tobaccos? I checked, Vape King didn't have. Well, Sean would be able to tell you, but they should be at Vape King. I mean, that's Benji's place, Vape King, so no, you would definitely have it though. But Zach, call up Benji, man, and ask him, who else stocks the Vapor Mountain juices? They are... Maybe you must look for the Prohibition range. The Prohibition. That's what you need to look for. Prohibition tobaccos. You can't type in Vapor Mountain tobaccos. You're not going to find Prohibition. See there, Sean Meyer says Vape King Arsenal or Vapor Mountain online. There you go, you've got that. So let's quickly check out some of the new stuff which has actually been released. And I gotta say, there is here and there a little interesting number for us to go and check out. So kom ons loer gou daarna. Let's quickly have a look at that. Do a quick fade in over there. And there you go, there you go. Alright, so the last one, which we actually had a look at last time, was this Arcana 22 RTA. And then you've got this monkey nut, which we can check out, the Cyber X pot, for those who like these little form factor thingies. Yeah, you can translate. Or I'm actually sure we actually checked out this one as well. I think we had a look at this. Alright, we had a look at this one. Okay, so let's quickly move up. Not sure if we had a look at this one, but this is the TMF RDA version 2 by Damn Vape. Damn! And you can see there, you've actually got this nice translucent looking top, which is actually cool beans. I like that. But what I don't like is the design of the deck. I don't like the design of the deck. Although you're going to have bottom airflow, but you're going to see my problem now. Look at this. I don't like it when your post pillars partially go over your coils. Isn't the whole point of your coil to try and release flavor in all directions. Now you can tell me, no man, no, there's going to be airflow, it's going to come from the side, it's going to push that juice. No, it's not. No, it's not. That airflow is not way strong enough to push that particles which is going down the sides. No, it's not strong enough. So I think you're going to lose a lot of flavor on this thing. I will be surprised if you're going to get super good flavor out of this RDA with that deck design. So that's almost a pity. You can see if you look at that little picture over there, that number, you can see it goes over. So your coils is almost like underneath, man. And then yeah, you've got heating directly. But what about all the flavor? Now look at now this almost says no, it goes there and it goes underneath and around. No, what about up there as well? So it's going to follow the shortest path of least resistance. It's going to go up there, I think. But in any case, be that as it may, it's something new there, it's something to test. I might be wrong on this one. I hope I'm wrong on this one. But yeah, nice big RDA, 28.5 millimeters diameter. No, it's an diameter 24, height 28 point, volume 2 milliliters. Okay, well, it's a dripper, so it doesn't really matter though. You're not going to drip more than 2 milliliters at the same time into that guy. But yeah, that's that. The TMF. Okay, let's move on to number next. Okay, Caliburn AK3. These guys, they're becoming like the dead rabbits now. I mean, they're overdoing it now. They're overdoing it. I know the first original Caliburn was a hit, and since then, I think there's been 5 different Caliburns already. So yeah, this is the AK3. Lightweight aluminum body, maximum 13 watts. So it's probably going to take a 0.8 1 ohm coil, that type of situation. But yeah, nothing new, just change up the design a bit. 510, there you go, 1 ohm coil. 2 milliliters of juice. I don't know. There's just too many of these things out already, man. And by the way, that force, I don't know if you guys have voted on the UK vaping awards, where you actually gone through best international vendor, best international juice, and all those kind of things. Go and vote for the sake of interest though. But you just need to vote those things which you're familiar with. I, for instance, voted for the best pot system. Obviously voted for the Arbiter 2 as the best RTA. It is there, so it has actually been nominated. Best vape reviewer, I went with DJ LSB. According to me, he is the best vape reviewer. You learn the most from that guy. So yeah, so go through those things and go and vote there. But that X-Slim Oxva, this guy, there you go. This guy's also voted as pot of the year. And it is a very, very nice pot. Very nice flavor. It works hunky-dory. No issues at all. What I do find, by the way, here is a Caliburn over here. And that's an area. Let's quickly just switch over. I'm going to transition over now. This Caliburn is lying over here. Now, because my wife, she did use it. But then she puts it down. Now, I have found that certain pods, if you let it lie down for a week or whatever, and you want to use it again, it's dead. Then this thing is dead. No matter how much you clean over there and clean over there, Allah your mofgat, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But let me show you something now. If I take this number, which is far older than Nevox Phelan, which I still enjoy, which is far older than this, and this is lying here. When I heat it, look at that. It works. So how come certain of these cartridges, they just die, and other cartridges, they just live? And that's one thing I don't like about some of these devices, where the cartridges, someone just die. No, this thing doesn't. You can see there's a light. You can see there's a liggie wat aanbrand, and you can say, no, but it's not off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Now it's a green light over there. Now it's going to be off. See, now it's off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, nothing. Nothing! So no. So although the Caliburn original had great flavor, these kind of things are deal breakers for me. So no, I'm not interested in that. So let's give this little Caliburn a little skip. There are better things coming for us forward. Like, no, that's not this one as well. But I think this one has been shown somewhere, man, which takes that drip tip, which almost looks like a cigarette. The Volter Pro, I'm sure about it, the Brasco Volter Pro. Yeah, it's a little interesting thing there. Flips up, all kind of stuff. Not sure how exactly this thing works, but it's also got a 420 with a 1600 battery pack. Together with cotton, the mesh evaporator element is able to accurately convey all the tones of the liquid filled on the inside. Alright, so I'm going to skip this thing. If you're interested, you can go have a look at it a bit later. But that's the Volter Pro from Brasco. Not my cup of tea, so I'll give that a skip. Looky here. There's the Hazard RTA by Dufpo. Now you're going to find, I think it's this one which has got something very interesting about it, which I thought people might enjoy. Now, looking at that, check out this number. I think it's this one. I hope it's this one. It looks like a normal RTA. Am I right? Okay, it's got a bit of a different drip tippy, etc., etc. But check now what it says over there. The device is distinguished by a universal removable base compatible with similar tanks. Now, if you go down, look at this. This guy has actually got a bridge on the inside. A bridge which you can remove and use in, look at that at the bottom. The functional removable base is distinguished, I just should have said bridge, by the universal BB bridges system. So you will be able to use this. Well, put it this way, except for that, if you've got bridges, then it might work inside this RTA. If you've got that chimney length, which is basically the same, or you can, looks like this one removes. So if you can actually use this on a different bridge, you can use that bridge inside this little Okie. Might be able to, if the base is obviously the same diameter as well. But as I said, you will be able to use this in bridges. So that is actually very interesting. And then you've got also little plugs which you can put on the sides over there to control the amount of juice which actually saturates the cotton. 24mm diameter. I think this is a buckshot idea for all you people that really enjoy the flavor from these type of bridges. Now you've got it in the RTA version. I just find that little coil which is going to be inside there, the juice is going to travel so far that you're actually going to lose a lot of the concentration of juice, which is going to decrease the intensity of the flavor. Let's just get our wording correct. So yeah, I think that is interesting. So while I've got that over there, let's check out the chat. Let us not neglect the chat. You oaks pay my salary. I get nothing from teaching, and one of these days I might not even have a job in teaching anymore. So we'll see how that pans out. Timothy Victor. There you go. Timothy Victor, if you know of anybody that's looking for 2 tickets for Saturday and Sunday to VapeCon, just hit up Charles. Charles says he's got 2 tickets. Found the problem with the e-pipe. Hey, Nico, what was the problem? Let us know, please, man. Okay, I send pics on WhatsApp. Hier, hy praat, dis maar Fos van my nou gebel het. Fos, ek het gemis. The thing is, my phone is on silent, man. Let's just quickly, yeah. My phone is on silent. Why is it? Okay, Fos, jy kan maar gou vir my weer video call. See if that actually works. There's Nico Libbe. There you go. Look at that. Here, die man. You know this Nico, as I said, Nico Martino. Kill you hier, kill you daar. Libbe. Okay, let's Fos. Fos, wat gaan aan? Seker net. Seker Fos. Yes.
Jy praat, maar jy wys niks nie.
Jy lieg.
Met besig, ons het nie die products gesien wat jy gewys het nie.
Ag, okay, ek gaan nou gou. Alright. Ek sien nou ja wat ek gedoen het. Ek het nooit teruggeskiep nie.
Sê.
Okay, let's quickly. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm... Thank you, Force. Okay, by the way, okay, I'll show you just now. But there, yeah, the pipe is sorted out. Nico found the bloody problem with the pipe. Oh, sorry about that, Oaks. That's because I don't check the chat. But this is what I actually wanted to show you. The others are, I mean, you can, the others aren't that interesting. But this thing is, and that's what I'm talking about. This is a 24mm RTA, but it takes a bridge on the inside. Check that out. A bridge. So yeah, so you can go back. I told you everything which I needed to tell you now. But now you can actually just pause and watch those photos. So having this thing compatible, I think this is a great idea. I don't know, for some other reason I think this is a good idea. So you might like this bridge and you can use it inside a borrowed tank, which is compatible with BB type devices or the billet box itself. And you might be able to use other bridges inside this RTA. There you go. So I think it's a very nice toy to actually play with. Sorry about that. Julle op my groot gesig die hele tyd gehad. But yeah, then there's the little plugs I was talking about, which you can actually take different plugs and put it on the inside or the sides just to control the amount of juice flow or the saturation of the cotton. So yeah, I think this is an interesting device. So I think you need to go and check that out. As I said, you can go and pause and look at that guy. And it's called the Hazard RTA by Dufpo nogal likes. So it's not going to be expensive as well. It's going to be totally affordable. Dufpo looks after the customers. Hulle rook nie 'n mens nie. Okay, so there's the name. Okay, so you've got that. Here's a previous one I showed you. It's absolutely rubbish. I think the Caliburn we spoke about, that I did show you. And then we've got the Cyber G-Pod kit by Aspire. We might as well just look at that. Maybe there are people that enjoy the pink and the blues and all this kind of stuff. So let's have a look at that though. Aspire has released, I mean, it's nice looking, but yeah, these round things, and it's normally these square type of situations which do it, which most people actually prefer. Or the round stuff when it comes to disposables. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Nicely different colors. I like these shiny colors. I like it. Ignition can be carried out at the touch of a button or by air activation, which means fire button or draw activated. 0.8 ohm coil, 1 ohm coil, you've got that, 3 milliliters of juice which you'll be able to put in. There you've got that. I wonder if my wife is back. It sounds like there's a murmuring inside of here. A murmuring. And then look at this. Look at what we've been. Look at this. Now I know this is not new. But I mean, I haven't seen the tripod 2. And then after I came across this on this specific website, I actually saw that Todd 2 weeks ago did a review on this. But I was at school looking at it, and there was a kid writing exam in my class who had a person reading the paper to him, but they used my class for it. So I couldn't put on sound, but I could read the chat. And as I gather, the people weren't too happy with this thing because you needed to turn a lot of things to get this thing actually to work, or to adjust the airflow, the juice flow control, or whatever. But yeah, a device which you can absolutely use for restricted direct lung or MTL. And I also think it's 22 millimeters, but yeah, look at that nice little kit. Yeah, it's a 22 millimeter in diameter. But look at all the airflow inserts which you actually get, different chimney lengths, so you can also increase, you can see there, in addition to the standard 2 mils of flask, an extended 2.8 milliliter alternative. So if you use that extended chimney with the glass which has been provided, the tank which has been provided, then you can increase it to almost 5 milliliters of juice. But yeah, there you go. The Tripod 2. I'd give this a go, just because they say it's very finicky. I'd give it a go. In addition, the alternative narrow version was provided for a tight puff. Yeah, so if you look at the kit, you'll see there that chimney has got a much smaller opening which you've got over there. So you swap that one out for this one which is inside here. And the hole is obviously much more wider for the direct lung options, or the route. Whereas this guy. And then they also provide you with this tool which almost looks like a type of socket which you can use with a Phillips head. on the front. So they actually include that little tool. It's the first time I actually see that tool also included in a kit. Okay, so let's quickly go to chat. Is omdat ek te min chat lees. Ronaldo says, I sal binnekort 'n pakkie stuur, Louis. Jo, ja, maar Ronaldo, ek sal jou website môre ook sit en peruse. We just had to unfortunately spend 7,500 rand for a lithium phosphate battery. Because we decided, not this unit inside here is beautiful. When load shedding hits, I can play games, and I mean, I've got an 850 watt power supply in this machine of mine. So obviously it's going to draw around 400 watts when I actually play games. And the TV on the inside as well, with the sitting room light there, and the PlayStation, etc., etc. I can use all these things with this guy for the 2 hours plus. But the one in the room which had the gel battery, oh my word. That thing, I think the gel battery lasted for 6 months. 6 months, and then it was... And the problem with the gel batteries, as I say, as soon as you drain them below 50% capacity, then they start losing a lot of their cycles. And unfortunately, there was a certain time where we had stage 5, 6 load shedding, where it was so frequent on one another that the battery never had time to actually get to 100%. So it was at 60%, and then the next load shedding hits and it goes down to 20% or 10%. And so by so, that battery started losing a lot of its cycles. It's not like your lithium phosphate batteries. Lithium phosphate batteries can actually drain up until 80% and still have no issues there. And it's got a lot more cycles to begin with in any case. And it's a lot lighter. So it makes total sense rather getting lithium phosphate batteries if you can. Okay, kom ons check nog na die chat gou. Let's look there. Ja, Ronaldo, ek sê, hey, love pakkies. I enjoy pakkies. Okay, Nico, I saw that. I saw it dead short. Brilliant. So now it works. That's great. The Xlim has excellent flavor. Look at that. Just because Oxford decided to give me Ms. Mizan from Oxford, South Africa, to sponsor me these Oxford units, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. I'm going to tell you if the flavor sucks. I will. So he asked me if I can recommend something, and I said, go for the Xlim. And he did. So there he goes. Xlim has excellent flavor. And what's also nice about the Xlim, the flavor on the coils actually lasts you quite a while. It's not this thing as tomorrow morning you wake up and the flavor's gone. I mean, my wife, I think, uses a week and a half, and she sucks that thing. She's more than an Electrolux. She works harder than the Electrolux in the house. And the flavor's still there. So yeah, so please, don't be like that now. If you're looking for a simple little device, as what Force was looking for, a nice walk around, then you can do it. Okay, so yeah, that is that. That's a tripod 2. So let's see what else is over here. I think there was another thing over there. Okay, there's the Basco filter. I'm not going to be interested in that guy. The macaques pot system. Okay, let's just quickly have a look at this, just because it's got a little interesting look. The macaques. Look at that. Also a half see-through situation. But I like these form factors. I think they're the nicest form factors, or most pocket-friendly form factors to have if you're looking for a nice little small pot kit. I dig them. But in any case, portable subsystem, long, thin shape, blah, blah, blah. The color palette is diverse with 3 options. It's definitely not diverse if it's only 3 options. A replaceable cartridge with a familiar design was hoisted on top. Yeah, I love these people's vocab which they actually used. With a minimalistic board, ignition is carried out by pressing a button, and the possibility of activation by tightening is also not ruled out. Built-in battery is 400. It's got a small battery in there. But alright, so 1 ohm coil, 2 milliliters. So it's going to be a nice little MTL thing. Absolutely not. But I like the look of this. I'm got to be honest, I like the look of this. What did it say over there? The volume, blah, 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 2 mils, filling is inside. Mesh coil with PEMT technology. So right, there you've got this. So this is the Macaques pot kit by Vaptex. And then we've got this. This is the last one. The Proji GT. Project GT. Yeah, I think that must be a spelling mistake. Is it possible? But nogal Vandy vape, nee? Nogal Vandy vape. The Proj GT, I don't know how they're going to pronounce that. It'll be interesting on the videos to actually see. The hybrid tank features a single coil base with a non-trivial tightening system. So it's probably also going to use rods. Developed by Vandy Vape, German company, German still flavor. Removable canopy was provided with a monolithic shape and complemented by a convenient narrow dry 510, elongated, blah 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 blah. Yeah, normally these, if this is where you actually put in the juice, I'm not a big fan of those little knobbies over here. Not a big fan of that. Reservoir 4 mils, not a shabby pair of steel ropes. So yeah, it's definitely going to use the rope system. That's for sure, but not that the rope system has any problems. Those cables actually work very, very nice to get the juice to the top. So yeah, if you enjoy these type of things, these RDTAs, I think this is a nice option to actually go for. Especially for MTL. I might give this a try. 24 mils, would have loved the 22 millimeter. But yeah, let's give it a bash. Appears as if the draw is going to be nice and tight. I wonder, let's quickly see if they say something about the airflow inserts. Volume pair of steel ropes, blah blah blah, air through rotating drum with holes of various sizes. Okay. So you're going to rotate a drum to get to that. So yeah, there you go. That is what I have found for you oaks to actually check out. What is new and what is on the scene. And there we have it, back in action. Let's close it over there. We don't need this anymore. And we are there. Okay, let's go to chat. Oh, it's 1948. 1948. Remember that game with the aeroplanes? Wasn't that 1948? The arcade game. I know that, weekies. Okay, so dead short. Nico, that's fantastic that you sorted that out. Yeah, yes, man. You should have become a plumber. You know, you would have been a multi-millionaire if you became almost like an appie, ambachtsman. You could have been an electrician and a plumber, refrigeration, a roof sealer. You could do all these things. Dis like it. Net jy onderwyser word, ja, as te veel hoofpyne in die onderwys. Excellent flavor, that's cool. Louis het gevloek. Oor Gunny Ronaldo vir my. Henry, Uncle Rob, take the gloves off if need to be. Hey, Mr. Rob Fisher's inside the house as well. Good evening, Rob. Nice to see you. Henry, we may have to, but we need a lot of cash to head to the Constitutional Court. Yeah, no, Robbie's a very busy man. He's a very busy man with his VapeCon. I mean, he must select all the girls. That in itself is a job which can take a lot of time. Remember, he has to give them his address, and then he has to actually sound young over the phone, and then he needs to get them in the sitting room where he interviews them, and then must offer them some coffee and tea, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to pick the correct ladies to walk around at VapeCon, to entice the people with some beauty. Yeah, so but nice to have you, Rob. I hope you have got a more peaceful time, and I hope your VapeCon is a super, but I know it will be a huge success, man. A huge success. I think thousands of vapers are not even aware of the fight. If you can get only 10 rand, go via GoFundMe from every vapor, it could go a long way. Now, you can do that. You can do that. I hate not having the right to my own lungs. Agreed. The girl selection is a very special job. I'm sure it's a special job. Rob, I'm definitely in agreement with you over there. Not everyone can do it though. I mean, I won't be able to do it. You're absolutely perfect for that kind of thing. For sure. Agreed, the girls like skoenmakers, se kinders loop kaalvoet. So, all right, guys, that's that which I've got from my side. I don't know if there's anything which you guys want to hit. Hitting the road in the AM and heading to Pretoria. Early in the morning, he says, heading to Pretoria, yeah. I think you guys are going to have a super weekend though. Rob, where are you staying over? Are you staying over at Silver? Or you booked yourself in a nice hotel again for some nice seafood, mussels and all that kind of nice foodies which you actually always enjoy. Okay, folks, that is what I basically wanted to talk about. Yeah, so if you're looking for a nice device, as I said, I'm not just punting this because my wife is enjoying this. Now I'm punting it because Foss is also enjoying it. So yeah, there's the X-Slim, also voted as one of the pods of the year. So if you're looking for a nice walk around, that is a great option. If you're looking for a super nice restricted dialogue RTA, the stainless Arbiter 2, there you've got it. Don't have the Arbiter 2, the Dead Rabbit V3 is not too bad. The Eclipse Dual's not too bad. It's just the airflows aren't as good as the Arbiter 2s. And yeah, Juice, it's all up to your preference. And that's that. That's basically what I wanted to say. Hio and all the VapeCon peeps are staying at a small hotel. Lekker man. You folks have got such a fun time over there. Off to make my putt course. It's hard work and hours of wiping the glasses. Rob asked him to want the red pill or blue pill. Or do they like? Rob is going to pull a matrix on them. Here's Mr. Calvin van der Merwe. Pops in here. Probably been here the whole time. Now all of a sudden he gets excited when we talk about the girls. Now he's excited. Now some pille. He wants to use pills. Strongs. Lekker op 5 plekke. Okay guys, thank you very much for joining. I know we had a slow start, but we normally have a slow start and end off nice and strong. And yeah, as I said, if you've got anything interesting which you see somewhere, doesn't necessarily have to be vape related, pop us an email. By the way, the song, let me put it, I'm going to paste a link. I keep on forgetting, a feel good tune. Okay, now after the show, go check out that link. Go check it out. And that is a new song from Black Eyed Peas. Remember, I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good. That song, they brought out a new one that says Don't You Worry. And I think it's a great tune. It's a nice feel good tune. So from me, I'm signing off. You folks must have a lekker Wednesday evening and a good weekend. And all of you folks going to VapeCon, purchase wisely. Don't go to the first stall and get excited. There are many stalls. Walk around, scope out things, and do wise choices. All right, but very carefully. It's going to be a lot of people, and there always are going to be people that's going to try and scale your purse or your glasses or your phone. I mean, it's a place where it's bumpy, eh? People are onto one another. So, folks, be very careful and look after your stuff. Get a belly bag. Walk around there. No matter if people's going to laugh at you and say you've got a man bag and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry. At least you're going to have a phone after VapeCon. And they might not have one. So, folks, thank you very much for a great evening. And all the best to you guys. Cheers.